What do you think is the difference, like with this fight in particular? Because it feels like there's a different tenor, there's a different energy with this fight.
I think that he finally feels a threat. I think that he finally feels like somebody can give him a fight. Somebody can pose a threat so that he has to be on all cylinders inside the ring. In some of the previous fights, let's just say the last one, after the second round, it was like, okay, I don't want this to end so quickly, so let's just box a little bit. Let's just move a little bit. Let's just take some shots. Against Lemieux, hopefully Lemieux does what he's saying he's going to do, and he comes at Gennady and makes it a fight. If he does, then we're going to be treated for a great fight for as many rounds as it goes until somebody lands that great shot.
What do you think is going to happen in Madison Square Garden?
It's a knockout. It's a knockout. I don't think it goes 6 rounds. I think that both guys are determined to tear each other's head off. And I know that Mark Ramsey is a very good coach, and he's preparing David to the best of David's ability. I just think that this young man has a better foundation, a better background, and a little more experience than David.
So when I talked with Oscar de la Hoya, he said that he thinks that Lemieux and this fight is going to be surprising. Like, what do you say to that? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I agree it's going to be surprising, but I think it's going to disappoint de la Hoya. I think it's going to disappoint Oscar. But I hope that he's right. I hope that he's right in the fact that that it's a surprising fight where both guys just come at each other and they do like the greats used to do. You know, the Hagler and Hearns fight. You know, that kind of fight. Leonard and Hagler, where they go at each other and they make it a fight. That way we can all not be pissed off about paying $49 for it.
Do you think there's any possibility that if this was a good fight or if it was close, that there could be more fights between he and Lemieux, or do you think?
Absolutely, I hope so. I hope so. You know, sometimes when the second time becomes even better than the first time because they know each other, they know what to expect, and they know they're going to go at each other. But I don't think it's going to be that kind of night for David. I think it's going to be a short night. And if it's good for those 4 or 5 rounds, then why not? If the public demands it, of course, that's what we're here for. That's what they're here to do, is entertain.
You've always been very respectful of Triple G's like opponents, always, but always very confident. Like, if you're saying that you think it's probably going to not end in the way that Lemieux would like, who do you think poses then a real challenge for Triple G? Who's out there? Who got it?
Well, first of all, Triple G's agenda has been to become the undisputed middleweight champion, to have all the belts. At that point, then we'll look at what's next. Unless, of course, it's the kind of Floyd just fought Pacquiao, and different political ideas went into play there. Okay, at one point that fight could never be made for a lot of different reasons. Well, it made, what, $300 million? If there's an opportunity to fight somebody, regardless of what weight, I'm not going to say Klitschko, but regardless of what weight, and there's that kind of money in it, then of course the unifications of what he's doing in the middleweight division would have to take a side seat to it. But the focus right now is to get all the belts. The winner of Lemieux Golovkin have to fight the winner of Cotto Canelo, and then Andy Lee has already spoken that he wants to fight Golovkin, so Andy Lee's fighting Saunders in December, so that'll be the 4th belt right there. So hopefully it happens, and then we can be talking about what's next in early 2016, and hopefully, or middle 2016, and hopefully it's a fight of the magnitude of Floyd and Manny.
Okay, now I understand like that, yes, like your main thing is to get all the belts, but still kind of, I mean, is there anybody that you think really does pose a real threat to Triple G? It sounds like, if you read between the lines,
at this point in our division, no. In this division, no. There's threats, and obviously at 75 there's threats, at 68 there's threats, but there's nobody at 68 that presents the monetary value for us. There's nobody that and at 75, that's not where we want to go right now. First, we want to take 68, and then we don't want to be like Shane Mosley going from 35 to 47. I mean, Shane was brave. We want to do one weight at a time if we do that. But there's got to be that monetary value to the fight, or else there's no sense. There's no sense in just to fight the fight. I mean, yes, we're in the entertainment business, but we're also businessmen, and we're also thinking about our families, and he's thinking about his family and his future. So if it makes sense monetarily, and we've said that in the past, then of course Tom will look at it. The Herman brothers will look at it.
And then the last thing. I just found out, I didn't realize that you had basically been in retirement like before all of this. So is this just kind of, is it really like kind of Triple G who brought you out of retirement?
No. Actually, I opened my gym in late 2008, and I had 3 or 4 fighters. I didn't really, I was just kind of getting back into it. And Golovkin walked into my gym, but I already have one Hall of Famer in Terry Norris, so I wasn't doubtful that if I put my mind to it, I could do well again. Just that you have to have the product. Fortunately, in 2010, the product walked into my gym.